Hello everyone, my name is Hadeel Osman. I am the creative director of DAVU Studio. It's a multidisciplinary creative studio. We do everything that is visual, basically, from branding all the way to creative direction and art direction. I am a fashion stylist, and recently I started doing a lot of researching. So I'm also a fashion researcher with regards to sustainability in the fashion industry, specifically in Africa. With that, I'm the country coordinator of Fashion Revolution Sudan. We recently launched in August of 2020. And I'm also an advocate fighting against the concept of Africa being a landfill for secondhand clothing that comes from the global north. And I'm also the co-founder of slow fashion movement, the Arabic team. A typical day for me varies. Some days I'm out shooting, so we're working in productions. Either I'm directing or art directing, and most of the time I'll be styling, whether it's food or fashion. Other days I'll be either working in a co-working space or home, dealing with Zoom calls, trying to meet and basically have great conversations with people within the realm of sustainability and fashion, or just doing research from my laptop. There are many women in this world that inspire me every day, and just looking at their stories and looking at their life has really enabled me to see that we are very, very strong and we're able to persevere through all the struggles. Some of the women I look up to are Ursula de Castro, Kate Fletcher, June Ambrose, and most prominently all the women in my extended family, from my mother to my grandmothers to all my aunts and even my cousins, the little girls as well. Just seeing them be and exist has been a great source of inspiration. And I think within Sudan, I have to admit that Sadia Salahi has been an amazing inspiration. Being able to meet her in 2018 has been a huge honor. To see a woman that started as a costume designer and an amazing artist really basically put her all into her craft, into making clothes that really speak to generations, is brilliant. One of the things that I had to learn through my work, in particular to challenges that women face within the industry, is that a lot of the times it is male dominated, specifically the media industry. So you have to deal with a lot of different people, a lot of different attitudes, and try to basically come off as assertive. A lot of the times there are so many stereotypes with women that know exactly what they want and what they want to achieve, and they're seen as bossy, which is more of a negative connotation to being an assertive person. You have to find a way to reach people in a manner where you still gain their respect and they respect your work as well as your person, while looking at the end result, finding the solution and dealing with the situation on hand, and basically delivering a work of art that we are all proud of. If I had to start from scratch, I would definitely not really go the education route very much. I studied visual communication and marketing in Malaysia and in the United States. Although I'm very proud of what I was able to achieve academically, I believe that if I went into the field focusing on the practical side and trying to get informal education in the form of workshops, I think that would have been a better opportunity for me, because it would have allowed me more time to really find out and hone my skills, aside from trying to do it in college and also managing work and internships and things like that all at once. So that's one thing that I would have done a bit differently. Another thing, I would have definitely worked in Africa a lot sooner than I did. I moved to Sudan from the United Arab Emirates in 2016. I started working within Zimbabwe, South Africa, Kenya, Rwanda, and many other countries as well in our beautiful continent. So I would have definitely wanted to start my experience there. But I'm still very grateful that I started my work experience in the United States and in Dubai. It taught me a lot, particularly from an organizational standpoint. But yeah, I'm very grateful for my experience, and I think the one thing I would have done differently is to dive deeper into the practical side and kind of do theoretical at the same time. The year 2020 was very challenging to everybody in the entire world. It still is now. We're still dealing with a lot of the changes that we had to, adjust to. Things have changed quite a bit during the lockdown, which happened in March. I was meant to be traveling quite a bit within the continent. Everything got cancelled. Things have been shifted or postponed or just cancelled for good. So how I'm dealing with it is just trying to take every day as it comes, not putting too much pressure on myself. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to my work, so I tend to put a lot of pressure on myself, and that really can affect my mental state that I'm in at the moment. So one of the things I try to do is to slow down, and I think that's very, very good. Aside from my work in slow fashion, I decided that just having a slow lifestyle is really not that bad. Doing things at a pace that makes sense to me, and also trying to find people and partners and clients that appreciate that, because at the end of the day, we're all going to get the end result that we want, and everyone's going to be working in a way where they're all happy, in the right mental state of mind to do things the way they want to. I've tried many different new habits, including also being a little more active because we were all cooped up in our homes for many months. Me personally, I was quarantined for almost 5 months. Out of respect for my elderly parents and for also the safety of my family, I had to change the way I do my business as well. So a lot of it was shifted to being 100% digital. And I think looking at these alternatives really helped also hone my skills and helped me find alternatives that worked best for me. It was really hard finding motivation when you're in a room 24/7. It was hard to find the energy to do tasks that I would do every day without thinking twice. What motivates me is looking at my peers, what they're doing, looking at people that I look up to, seeing their work online, listening to music that uplifts me, and also diving into realms within my industry that are inspiring to me. Mostly writing. I've started writing quite a bit during my time in quarantine. I also started making small videos that really inspired me to create something from basically scratch. Has really helped me look at things in a different way, and also addressing things differently. Also staying in touch with friends that are fighting through the battle of COVID-19, whether it's the disease or the actual effects of the pandemic. Has been great because we really helped motivate each other. So having that group of people that you look up to, that you look for support from, has been huge in motivating me and inspiring me all through the steps of my work. There are a lot of tough decisions that we have to do on a day-to-day basis. One of the toughest decisions I had to do was to leave my very comfortable, very first world type of lifestyle in the United Arab Emirates in 2016, and deciding to come to Sudan for a few months to check it out, and then from then on moving to Southern Africa. That was very hard to do because it was a big risk. I honestly had no clue. I had zero plans. I didn't want to make a plan. I just kind of wanted to come and see where life would take me. And that is very unlike me. It's unlike my personality. So having to do that, to start from scratch in a region that I've never really lived in at all, trying to create a network from the ground basically was a very hard decision, but it really worked out because I'm very proud of all the connections I've made, all the work that I've done. My proudest accomplishments include just being able to graduate with the highest honors from my university. I graduated from Upper Iowa University in the state of Iowa, United States. And I was able to score a 3.73 GPA. I was in the Dean's List for 2 years in a row. And just being one of the top graduates from my class, I studied visual communication and marketing. So being able to do that and achieve that academic accomplishment has been brilliant. Another thing I'm very, very proud of is to be part of the Forbes Africa 30 under 30 list in the year 2020. It's a huge honor, and it's been a dream of mine to achieve since I was a little girl. Just being part of a 30 under 30 list has been something I've always wanted to achieve, and reaching that has been brilliant. The network is also very amazing. To be an alumni from Forbes Africa is outstanding, and it has amazing future prospects for me, as well as being recognized as part of the 100 most influential young Africans the past year has been brilliant because I was one of 4 Sudanese women to be on the list. So that really also encourages me to see that Sudanese women are out there, the excellence is out there, our hard work is paying off, and more so to do something within the continent, which is something I'm very, very passionate about, has been brilliant. And really connecting with people from the continent, people that share similar backgrounds, people that share similar visions, is really a huge thing. So I'm very proud of that. To all the younger females out there, you have exactly what it takes to be what you want to achieve. Having big dreams is not a bad thing. Dreaming is for free. This is something I constantly say all the time. If you put things into paper, write down your dreams, write down what you want to do, write down what you want to study, what you see yourself as in a year, 2, 5, 10 years from now, you will be able to do it. All it takes really is willpower and the desire to take a risk and to really believe in yourself. But really, just think smart, be very open-minded, and think critically about everything that you're going through. You'll be able to achieve these goals. But once you have a plan, that's how things work out. And just follow it. Make sure that you also have, some contingencies within your plan, that maybe something won't work out today, but maybe the right time will be in a month or in even a year. Just be open and be flexible. This is literally how you will move forward. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. I know you can do exactly what you want to do in your mind, and you'll be able to achieve it. Also have a good support system. If it's not family, it's friends who are like family, and you'll be able to get there. life can be a little challenging, but that's just the sweet part of it.